All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. My name is Aaron. Just like always, the reason you subscribe is for our daily videos, keeping you informed on everything that goes on, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, the whole market. Now, let's do a little bit of market analysis. Let's do this right. I want to talk about where we are right now, how things have changed in the past 3-4 months, and especially where we're going in the future. I mean, that's the big question. So if you take a look, right now Bitcoin continues to hold above 5,300, which is exactly what I like to see. And we've actually maintained this price point above the $5,000 range for quite some time. Now, do you remember just about a month ago, and for the 3 months before that, everybody was talking about seeing lower lows. Everybody was talking about the price is going to fall lower. This is your last chance to sell, and then really get in at the bottom. And then, of course, this happened, right? This huge green candle. And I think a lot of people probably FOMO'd in up here. Now, if you were one of those people who weren't investing down here, then FOMO'd in up here, let us know somehow in the comments, because it happens. It happens to everybody. So when we rallied up here, and this happened at the very beginning of April, everybody thought this was a bull trap, right? Everybody thought we went up and we're going to come right back down. Now, not only have we maintained this higher price point for the past 20 days, we've actually been in a short-term uptrend as well. So for the last 20 days, everything you see right here, we've been seeing higher lows and higher highs. Now, the current narrative is that the bottom is in, get ready for the next bull run, or at the very least, this is the accumulation zone, and I'm accumulating. I've made no secret about that. Maybe you're like me, maybe you're cost averaging. But the big question is, if and when, and most likely when we have the next shakeout, how low are we going to go? So if we can stay above this white line right here, if we can stay above 4,200, that would surely be a bullish sign. That would be a higher low, right? If we dipped here, then went back up. Now, if that's not the case, and I'm not saying this is going to happen tomorrow or next week, it might happen a month or two from now. If we fall below that, though, if we can stay above the 200-week moving average, that'd be something too. That'd be, a double bottom, right? Possibly, and then definitely a higher low, because we bounced off the 200-week moving average back here at 3,100. If we did the same thing today, if we just had a sharp drop, hey, the 200-week moving average is already at 3,500 again. Now, no matter what happens, I want you to remember one thing. This is a brand new asset class. We are in the early days of Bitcoin. This could turn into a multi-decade revolution. And not only is Bitcoin not going away, but the awareness that we have today is greater than we've ever seen before. The infrastructure being created today, it's bigger than it's ever been. I mean, selling where we are today, would be like selling all the way back here in 2014 and 2015. And by the way, those were years where there was very little awareness of Bitcoin. These were the years, very little infrastructure. I mean, the one and only exchange that Bitcoin had back then got hacked. And then there was nothing. There's nothing at all. Anyways, I've been thinking, because we go over facts and we go over figures and charts all the time with you on this channel. I try and prove to you why Bitcoin's going to rally again. I try and prove to you that Bitcoin has a future. But besides the charts and the facts, personally, I've been seeing some signs that interest in Bitcoin is growing. So this is anecdotal evidence now, but it seems to me that interest in cryptocurrency right now, it seems like we're going through this new wave of resurgence for 3 reasons. Number 1, our channel has been hit with this new wave of new subscribers over the past few months. It seems for the past a couple months at least, we've been just seeing so many more new subscribers. You can see every single day now we average over 200, which is a lot. At the very least, we've averaged over 100 since we really got going. Now, besides all these new subscribers, I've been seeing just a whole lot more new crypto YouTube channels in general. I've seen so many smaller YouTube channels for cryptocurrency popping up, and I mean a lot more. Maybe you've noticed. And that's cool. I support that. If one of us succeeds, we all succeed. And then number 3, out of the subscribers who've been with us for a while, the people who subscribed to us over a year ago, a lot of them are still here. I still see some, the OGs popping up in the comments. So people who were interested way back in the day, a lot of them are still here. We're seeing all these new subscribers, and we're just seeing, it's not just my channel. Plenty of other channels are popping up, and people are subscribing to them. It seems like this whole new wave of crypto resurgence is happening. Let's pivot a little bit. We are now under 400 days until Bitcoin's next halving. We're now under 400 days. Pretty soon this is going to read 365. Pretty soon it's going to be less than a year. And the general public, they have no idea. Just like how you probably had no clue the first Bitcoin halving or the second Bitcoin halving, the general public has no idea. Now perhaps in the next halving, the one after this one, perhaps in that one, more people are going to be glued to the price. But for now, it's really just you, me, and maybe a few million other people. Now think about it like this. There are 42 million millionaires in the whole entire world, and no more than 21 million of these people will ever own one full Bitcoin. So today, joining the 1 in 21 million club costs you about $5,300. Now, what's it going to cost in the next halving? Time will tell. Now, I want to recommend, let's pivot again. We're going to just fly through this today. I want to recommend to you two different things. One's something you can read. The next one is a video. Now, this first one, it's a new report. One of the authors is Tur Demeester, and the report is called Bitcoin is in Heavy Accumulation. You can read that at the link here. This is kind of an overview. But Tur Demeester, if you recall, a long time ago, we've showed you a video of him back in 2013, 2014, giving a presentation to a half-empty room, basically telling people that Bitcoin is going to be a great investment and trying to prove it to them. And it turns out he was right. Now, this report, they published a similar report, as it says right here in the introduction. They published a similar report in 2012 and 2015. And this was during periods as what they perceived that Bitcoin was significantly undervalued. And it turns out they were right, because 2012 and 2015 was the very beginning of the next 3-year uptrend. And once again, and they said each time they issued the previous reports, Bitcoin was below 80% corrected from its all-time highs. Right now, Bitcoin is 75% below its 2017 all-time highs, and we believe the current bear market represents an exceptional opportunity for value investors. So they just released another report basically saying that Bitcoin is an accumulation, and once again, they're trying to prove to you, show you why, because Bitcoin is undervalued, it might be a good investment. And some highlights of the report, you should read the whole thing or skim through it, but some highlights of this report is that blockchain analysis suggests Bitcoin whales are now accumulating. There's significant parallels within the 2014-15 bear market that have emerged. Recent volatility lows suggest retail apathy, market bottoming. And then Bitcoin's secular bull market is supported by strong fundamentals. The takeaway is that Bitcoin is in heavy accumulation, and just like he reported back in 2012 and 2015, Bitcoin is undervalued. So I checked it out. And the second piece of video, actually, that I want to recommend to you is on the infamous Vays channel. And as far as I'm concerned, this just happened yesterday morning. It's an over 5-hour long debate/discussion. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're at all interested in the kinds of things we talk about all the time, this is required viewing. So basically what it is Tone and a lot of his friends are bears. Some of his friends have recently turned bullish, and all of his friends are very smart people. They're all Bitcoin. It's all Bitcoin with these people. And it's a 5-hour long debate/discussion. Everybody bringing their own facts and statistics and their own charts and hashing it out, no pun intended, as to has Bitcoin bottomed. And seriously, watch the whole thing, but this was kind of the result. So Willy Woo, he tweeted this after it was all over. Is the bottom in? Final figures. Everybody who participated in this discussion, this is the percent probability to them that Bitcoin has bottomed. So the bulls, Must Stop Murad, says 75% probability we've bottomed. Another person who seemed pretty smart, I'm not too familiar, Paul Puel, 80% chance that Bitcoin is bottomed. And then Willy Woo surprised everybody, saying that, and he's the one who does all these charts right here, he surprised everybody saying that he is 95% certain, or 95% probability, according to his research, that Bitcoin has bottomed. And even the bears have gotten slightly more bullish with Vays. saying that now he believes that the bottom, he's 40% sure the bottom is in. Venzen, 39%. And then Tyler Jenks from Lucid Investments, he says there's a 20% chance the bottom is in. He's the guy who thinks, the hyperwave guy, who thinks Bitcoin is going down to 1,000, which he still thinks is the highest probability. But keep in mind, even the bears, even Tone Vays, Venzen, even Tyler Jenks, these people all think that if Bitcoin hasn't bottomed, they all believe that Bitcoin will get to $100,000. Tyler Jenks thinks that Bitcoin could be millions of dollars someday. Just a really interesting discussion because believe it or not, even Tone Vays, these guys are all Bitcoin bulls. Seriously, I really recommend this video. Finally, let's go through a couple headlines. Bitcoin volume surges in Brazil, reaches new daily highs. So people in more third world type countries, they're really finding value in Bitcoin. Andreas Antonopoulos recently said that just because Bitcoin doesn't necessarily have value to you doesn't mean it doesn't have value to a lot of people, and you need to think about that. Number 2, Binance Coin is one of the only cryptos to hit all-time highs since 2017. You know, the funny thing is, I made a video early last year, early in 2018, basically saying all the reasons why Binance Coin could be successful in the future. I basically said in the video, because the way CZ is organizing it, he's making it so you need Binance. Let's pull it up. You need Binance Coin. Yeah, so basically in the video I made over a year ago, I said that the way CZ is organizing Binance Coin, it's going to rise in value as the exchange does well. And as you know, Binance is one of the most popular exchanges, and that's why the coin is the only one to see or get close to its previous all-time highs. Now, personally, I have a little bit of invested in Binance Coin. I'm not really invested anymore, but you could. It probably will continue to do well as long as we're in this wild, wild west of cryptocurrency. If crypto ever reaches a point where, CZ and Binance could never move into America, could never move into a place that, needs to be regulated because you know what they're doing. They're kind of like cowboys in the wild, wild west. It's their own rules. Binance Coin it's obviously an unregistered security, but hey, a lot of people are profiting. I see nothing wrong with that. It's kind of one of the valuable parts about being here in the early days, but that's my thoughts on that. And then finally, Andrew Yang is the only candidate thus far who's making cryptocurrency a bigger issue than many of the other candidates. So for good or bad, Andrew Yang is, and he says his feeling, and you can go on his website and see he has a page dedicated to cryptocurrency, but basically saying clear rules for Bitcoin and other virtual currencies will help the US innovate. And he's one of the only candidates who has a shot who's talking about it. So regardless if you're Republican or Democrat, as far as awareness goes, I think this can only be good. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hope you got value in this video. I'll see you tomorrow. If you want to stick around, I did just want to kind of ramble a little bit about what you should be trying to get when you watch our videos. So basically, my mission for this channel is not to get you to invest. I could care less if you invest, and I obviously can't tell you to buy or tell you to sell. My mission for this channel is to just try to get you to understand the unique position we're in, and also to help you understand what makes Bitcoin valuable, what makes Bitcoin unique, because a lot of people don't know. And if you can understand what gives Bitcoin value, then you will be leagues ahead of many other people. So a lot of people get mad at me in the comments when I talk about how I think the price is going to go way up in the future. A lot of people get mad at me. If I say I think the price is going to go down in the short term, people get mad at me. If I say that Bitcoin is the best coin, people get mad at me. If I list kind of some good things about other altcoins, people get mad at me. Guys, remember, I'm not an expert. I'm just a cryptocurrency investor and an enthusiast, and I happen to make YouTube videos every day. And obviously, a few people find value in it. Either way, we try. And if you have a different opinion than me, good. I'm glad that you're thinking on your own. Now, personally, I plan to make a lot of money in the next few years with my investments in Bitcoin and my investments in altcoins. But guess what? I'm not a prophet. I can't guess what the future holds. I can guess. I can only guess what the future holds. But there are many people who are smarter than me, who are going to make better investments than me, who are then going to make more money than me. And all I want to say is I hope you're one of those people. You get what I'm saying. All I'm trying to say is take what I say with a grain of salt. I mean, use our channel as a starting off point. All right, guys, it's going to be a great year. I'll see you tomorrow.